What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Legitical Response. We cover political news. We keep you up to date and keep you informed on everything that the government does. Or at least, that's what we try to do. So if you're interested in staying informed, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button for me and turn on your notifications. It helps. And if you also could, do me a big favor. Before we get started, look right below the video and smash that like button for me. If you don't mind, just kindly press it. Just hit that like for me. I would surely appreciate it. We need all the help we can get around here. You know what I'm saying? But what's up, everybody? Now, I ain't gonna lie. This story I'm about to cover, I'm just doing it just for the hell of it, just because I want to. Because it's funny to me. And it just shows the absolute insanity of Democrats and the left. Let's jump into it right quick, though, y'all. Check it out. Kieth Olbermann rips Supreme Court, calls liberal justices inept. Oh my God, yeah, we're talking about the Supreme Court ruling on keeping Trump on the ballot. So you know this one's going to get spicy. Yeah, if you don't know, it was a 9-0 ruling in favor to keep Trump on the ballot because the justices basically said the states do not have the right to enforce the Constitution, essentially. They can't say that, Trump is an insurrectionist because, for one, he's not an insurrectionist. I don't know anybody with a sane brain that thinks that Donald Trump was actually wanting to overthrow the government by having, a few hundred random people storm the Capitol during the election certification, the electoral vote count certification. I don't understand how people can think that that would topple the government, how that is an insurrection. How can you do that? I don't get that. Do you really think that a bunch of people running into the building is going to somehow stop the federal government from certifying the election and keep Donald Trump in power when he clearly lost that election? Do you really think that? Let me know down in the comments section, because I have a bridge to sell you, and I'll give you my contact information, and I'll sell it to you for very cheap. Leave a comment. I'll give you my contact information if you want to purchase this bridge. You want me to get down and dirty with some of these people? These people are actually in a cult. They love to say that people on the right are in the cult, right? We hear that all the time from all kinds of different people. But I am willing to say, yeah, Donald Trump was very stupid for doing that, for holding that rally like he did. Hey, he has every right to do that, but you got tensions real high. There's an electoral vote count going on, and who could have not seen this coming? Yeah, it wasn't a good idea. Maybe he should have done that the day before. So there's no reason to storm the Capitol? Yeah, I'm willing to say that that wasn't a very good idea. I'm looking at it from hindsight, though. Looking at it at that point, maybe not. I don't know. Hindsight tells me that wasn't a very good idea. But I'm willing to say that. I'm willing to say Trump has a lot of flaws, but you be damn sure I'm voting for him because I want to secure our southern border. I don't care about Ukraine. I don't care about Israel all that much. I do care a little bit about Israel. I take that back. But I don't care about all these other countries. I don't care what they do. I care that we have millions of people pouring across our southern border, making this country more and more poor. And people try to tell me to shut up for asking questions. Why are we allowing these people to come across the border? Shut up, you racist! What? How am I racist? We're just trying to secure the border. Wait, hang on. Aren't you the same people that want to send billions of dollars to a foreign country on the other side of the world so they can secure their border? Who's the racist? Yeah, it's just insane to me, some of these people's arguments, right? You already know that when the left runs out of an argument, they start doing the name calling thing. Racist, bigot, transphobe, homophobe, all this other stuff, all these names, right? That's what they do.
Oh, you're in a cult.
Yeah, I am in a cult. Kieth Olbermann called for the Supreme Court to be dissolved and took aim at the court's Democratic-appointed justices Monday after a unanimous ruling kept former President Trump on the presidential primary ballot. The Supreme Court has betrayed democracy. Oh gosh, I love that. The Supreme Court has betrayed democracy. Yes, they're taking our democracy. No. As a matter of fact, that is part of the democratic process. You do know that, right, Keith? That when people go to a voting machine and they see the choices there and they pick their favorite choice, that's called democracy. When you choose who gets to be and not be on a ballot, that's not democracy. In case I need to break that down any further, yeah, taking people off ballots, bad. Keeping people on ballots, democracy. But I don't think when he said, what did he say? The court has betrayed democracy. What he really means is the court has betrayed the Democrats, right? Right, because they want to keep Trump off the ballot because Orange Man bad. It's all absolutely insane. And it lets you know that, hang on, something's not right here. This guy just made a contradiction. So the Supreme Court actually upholding the democratic values that our country holds and saying that that was anti-democratic. Hang on. Why? Why did he say that? Why does he think it betrays democracy to not let the democratic process play out naturally? Yeah, they just want power. They're pissed off. Let's keep going. Its members, including Jackson, Kagan, and Sotomayor, have proved themselves inept at reading comprehension, he said, referring to Justices Ketanji Brown Jackson, Elena Kagan, and Sonia Sotomayor. The Supreme Court unanimously ruled Monday that Colorado cannot disqualify former President Trump from the ballot under the 14th Amendment's insurrection ban, giving Trump a monumental legal victory on the eve of Super Tuesday when he is poised to close in on clinching the Republican nomination. No. See, that's where the mainstream media lies to us. That is not a Trump victory necessarily, because they didn't rule. They didn't even mention Donald Trump, right? This basically said that no, states are not allowed to issue a ruling on the Constitution in this manner. And then they went even further to say that if you want to keep people off of the ballot because they waged an insurrection against the United States, Congress has to make a law for that. So yeah, they went even further. That was a 5-4 ruling. That was an addendum, if you will, to that ruling. Yeah, all the justices agreed, yeah, Colorado can't take Trump off the ballot, but they didn't agree that Congress should be the one to decide. Now, if you know how presidential immunity works, right? You have a president. He's not totally immune from prosecution. We know this. Yeah, they talk about presidential immunity all the time. But if Joe Biden were to walk outside right now, he ain't even got to walk outside. If Joe Biden were to pull out a gun and just shoot one of his staffers for no reason, he would be let go, right? They couldn't arrest him. That's presidential immunity. However, once the news of that got to Congress, Congress would go, they would gasp, and then immediately go to impeachment. They would write up articles for impeachment saying the president is a murderer. He shot somebody in cold blood. It would go to the House floor. Pretty much 430 Democrats and Republicans would vote to impeach Joe Biden. You notice I didn't say 435. You'd probably still have a few Democrats saying, that's okay. And it would probably be 100-0 conviction in the Senate. I'm sorry. That is how our system works. This is the beauty of our system. The founding fathers were pretty smart. They put a lot of thought into this. You can't have a president be charged from a state, on a criminal indictment. It would be chaos, right? So Congress has to be the one to do this. I don't understand why these 4 justices thought that this is not how the Constitution, how our country is supposed to work. And I don't understand these people at all. I don't understand liberals a whole hell of a lot, even though I used to be considered a liberal. Yeah, I used to be all for abortion until I had a kid. I used to be all about Medicare and welfare and all this other stuff until I had a kid. And then I started changing my views on all this stuff like, yeah, maybe we don't need people sucking off the welfare, just sitting around not doing nothing. We don't need to pay people to sit at home and be a bum. That's just my opinion. So I'm conservative now, but hey, I came from that side somewhat. I wasn't a full-blown woke. I've never been down with that trans BS. And I don't view like gay marriage. If you want to know my views on gay marriage, I'm not gay, so I wouldn't condone it, but I'm not going to condemn it either. If 2 people want to get married, 2 dudes, whatever, or two females, whatever, go right ahead. I don't really care, but I would ask why. Why are you getting married? I'm not legally married myself. I thought that is a waste of time. All it is a piece of paper. To me, that's all it is. The bond I have with my wife is more than enough to keep her and I together. That's all I need. We're married under God. That's all I need. I'm not legally married. Like I said, I am married, just not legally. Yeah, we had a preacher do all the ceremony and all that stuff. So let's keep going right quick and see. Voters and advocacy groups across the country had filed dozens of challenges to Trump's ballot eligibility, claiming his actions surrounding the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack necessitated his disqualification. Even though he told these people to go home, be peaceful, we don't want anybody to get hurt. Shoot, I'll play the video for you.
It was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened, where they could take it away from all of us, from me, from you, from our country. This was a fraudulent election, but we can't play into the hands of these people. We have to have peace. So go home. We love you. You're very special. You've seen what happens. You see the way others are treated that are so bad and so evil. I know how you feel. But go home and go home in peace.
The high court, however, sided with Trump. No, they didn't. They sided with the Constitution. See how they're the mainstream narrative machine, they're just spinning their weave of lies. The high court, however, sided with Trump, effectively ending the long-shot efforts to use the Reconstruction-era provision of the 14th Amendment to block the former president from returning to the White House. The Supreme Court also ruled Congress has exclusive authority to enforce the 14th Amendment to disqualify federal candidates. Trump appointed Justice Amy Coney Barrett joined the 3 liberal justices in criticizing that decision. Yeah, she did. But people got their own opinions, Collectively, the court has shown itself to be corrupt and illegitimate. It must be dissolved, Olbermann continued. How? I would love to know how they've shown themselves to be corrupt and illegitimate. I get the corruption. Okay, I get the corruption. Illegitimacy? How? Prove it. Or, hey, if maybe you watching the video can prove it, go ahead, put it down in the comment section. How is the Supreme Court, the third branch of the United States federal government, illegitimate? Would love to know that one. The Supreme Court is poised to play a big role in the 2024 presidential election, even beyond Monday's ruling on Trump's ballot eligibility. Oh yeah, because you know there's going to be challenges, regardless from what side. There always are. Every single presidential election, there's a challenge to something somewhere. That's why it was so outrageous when these people indicted Donald Trump for legally challenging the 2020 election. It was nuts. In April, the justices will hear Trump's arguments that he has presidential immunity from the criminal charges accusing him of conspiring to subvert the 2020 election results, a case that will impact the future of 3 of Trump's 4 indictments. He has pleaded not guilty to all 91 charges. Of course, he's pled not guilty because, in my opinion, he's not guilty. But we'll see exactly what the courts think on that one, and we'll hold off actual judgment of that until the courts decide, and then we'll decide if my opinion still stands or not. Because some evidence might come out in the trial that I don't know about that might just change my mind. I'm saying I stay open-minded all the time. But yeah, I'm sorry. That was just a little fun video I wanted to throw together because Kieth Olbermann's in a cult, folks. And if you agree that the Supreme Court is illegitimate and that was a anti-democratic decision that they made, yeah, you've got some issues. But y'all let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comment section. That's all I got for this one now. I want to thank everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Y'all try to have a good day and be positive. Peace.